Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? Ben Crypto here to give you another video, and today's video is going to be about Void Bank. Before I get started, I want to give a shout out to Greenhouse, Decentralized Minds, two Telegram groups that I am the admin for. And if you need to talk about anything IOST related, join Greenhouse. If it's Decentralized Minds, if it's anything else other than IOST, jump in on Decentralized Minds and join the fun. All right, so today we're going to be talking about Void Bank and how to basically get into Void, how to buy Void. And I'll show you how to download the Tron Link extension. All right, so Void Bank, as you can see, site looks very, very attractive. Sorry for that, that's my ring. Void.defi.io. This is where you would purchase the Void token. All right. When you get there, you're going to click on the exchange button right here. Exchange button. It is void.defi.io /dex. But you don't need to type that in. You can just click on the exchange button when you get to the website. And I'll leave the link in the description below. So please be sure to check that out if you're interested. So there's different pairs here as you're seeing when you come here. The first one here, Void Tron, that is where you would purchase your Void with Tron. Here is a Void BTT pair. Here's where you can purchase Void using BTT. Here you can purchase using FRAG. Here you can purchase Void using Boss. And then here you can purchase Void using USDT. When you figure out which one you want to use, or whichever pair you want to choose, which is most likely going to be Tron, you click on that one. When you click on that one, you're going to see this coming up. So for every one Tron, you're going to get 0.2676 Void. All right. So let's say we're going to use 1,000 Tron to buy Void. It's going to automatically populate how much Void you're going to get. You're going to get 267.44 Void. When you hit convert, you're going to get asked to confirm this action. All right. If you do not hit accept, it will not go through. I'm going to hit reject because I already have Void. All right. What you need is the Tron Link extension. All right. If you need the Tron Link extension, please go to google.com, type in Tron Link. You're going to see these two. Doesn't really matter which one you pick. Google Chrome, if you hit here, it's going to take you to the Chrome web store. You're going to hit add to Brave or to Chrome, add to Chrome. I already have it installed, so it's showing this option here. All right. If you go to tronlink.org, it's going to basically show you the options that you have. So they have an Android app, they have an iOS app, Chrome extension. All right. You're going to click on the Chrome extension. If you have an iOS, if you have Apple phone, obviously you're going to do that. If you have Android, you're going to click on Android or go to your Play Store. Like I said, it's going to say add to Brave. When you click there, it's going to download the extension. It's going to appear here. When it appears there, you're going to go through the steps. It's going to ask you to create a new account. It's going to ask you for the key, it's going to show you your phrase, your key phrase. You're going to make note of that phrase. It's then most likely going to ask you to repeat that phrase to make sure that you've written it down. When you repeat that phrase, you're then going to have access to your account. You're then going to have an address. This is my Tron address right here. All right. This is the copy button. It's basically how it's going to look. All right. Here's my Tron, USDT, my BTT, my WIN. So here's where your tokens are going to get stored. If you're looking for your Void, I'm hoping this is alphabetical. Looks like it is. So Void would be right here. All right. So it's Void X. All right. You're going to be looking for this, and that's going to be what you're going to be looking for here. If you click on that token, it's going to show you the recent transactions involving that token. Obviously, it's going to be a new wallet, so you're not going to have any, or you're going to have one if you have Void. So You're then going to do that. Once you convert and you get the void, you're going to have 267 void in your wallet. When you come over to Void Bank, you can then click here manage because you have void. If you have Tron, you can also do the same thing. If you have FRAG, you can do the same thing. So this is what's different about Void Bank. Void Bank is slightly different than the liquidity pools on voiddefi.io. So if you want void, I showed you how to get void. If you want to use void on Void Bank, you then would come here. It's going to show you your balance. I have 174 void currently in my wallet. If I want to buy shares, I'm going to spend 100 void to buy, and I'm going to get 77 shares. All right. I'm going to buy shares. So I'm going to hit buy. I then am going to accept, and then that's going to go through. Once it goes through, then I'm going to see my shares just increase, and then my void balance is going to go down. See? So it went down. All right. I can do the same thing with Tron. So if I want to spend 100 Tron to get 20 shares. Now you can see that the shares are different. I just spent 100 void to get 77 shares. Now I can spend 100 Tron, but I'm going to get 20 shares. So there's a price difference between which pair you're going to buy the shares with. All right. So please keep that in mind. If you go to FRAG, it's going to be the same thing. If you spend 100 FRAG, you're going to get 52 shares. All right. Same thing with Boss token. If you have Boss tokens, if you spend 100 Boss tokens, it's going to be 20.76 shares you're going to receive. All right. USDT, same thing. And BTT, I don't believe so because it is a TRC10 token. So it's slightly different, something a little bit more complicated. And along the lines, you'll understand that aspect of Tron once you get there. Treasury. Here, I believe every day, this ends in about 19 hours. So every day, the clock resets, and I believe there's a pot of 2,500 void available. So let's say I put in 100 Tron. I'm going to put in 100 Tron. If I deposit 100 Tron, it's going to show me how much I have eligible to win. There's only, see, so I have a chance of earning or getting rewarded 499 void for putting in 100 Tron. So that's the total deposits is 500. So out of the 501 Tron, I put in 100. So I'm getting a quarter of the pot, which makes sense because a quarter is a quarter. Sorry, 20% of the pot. My math is off. Sorry, I apologize. 20%. So I'm gonna get 20% of the pot. That's 20%, which I hope I hope it stays this way. Because then that would be better than this aspect. I still need to get down pat, so I'm gonna kind of skip over this part. And staking, this is the void that's remaining in the fund. 333,000 is in the void, a remaining void in the staking pool. What you can do is you can buy void from Void Defi. And then when you get the void from here, you can then come to Void Bank and go click on staking, and you can choose the amount that you want to stake here on Void Bank. All right. And this is basically your ratio that you would get every hour, I believe. I believe you get, I'm going to get this every hour. And I can add more to stake and stuff like that. But like I said, it's up to your choice what you want to do. This is a video to show you how to buy void and how to utilize void, how to use it. Now, I know a lot of people are asking what is the use case of void and how is it good and stuff like that. It's a deflationary token. So every time there's a transaction, 3% gets burned. So if I buy void here, 3% gets burned here. If I go here and I go to, let's say I go manage and I hit buy, like how I bought earlier today, that's another 3%. Every transaction, 3% of void gets burned. It started out with a 10 million cap. There's currently roughly around, I think it's under 8 million that's left, if I'm not mistaken, and I actually don't even, I don't remember where that number is, but I do remember that we're under 8 million. So that's good. Now, I don't know if you also know there's another way to utilize your pairs, and that I've noticed. So if you're wondering what's so good about Void, there's a lot of things that are good about Void. You can enter in this liquidity pool. Now, I had Boss tokens because I initially was there for the pre-sale, and I decided to put in my 25,000 Boss tokens into the Boss pool because I'm going to earn roughly 4.6% of the transactions that happen here. So there's a 0.3% fee, liquidity provider fee. So every time like any transaction that happens here, I get there's going to be a tax of 0.3%, right? Or a fee, sorry, not a tax, a fee. And then I get 5% of that 0.3%, okay? Or 4.63 of that 3%. It's a little confusing at first, but once you do it, you understand it better. If you are willing or considering entering into one of the liquidity pools, you'll then, once you enter, you get charged 5% fee, and then when you leave, you get charged another 5% fee, as stated right here. All right. I also have liquidity pool calculators, so if you need that, if you're interested in doing something like that, you can always reach out to me at Bent Crypto. I am normally available throughout the day.